Colombo. Yay! I should think of a new intro. Where, what's up, people? This is like my hand sign. If you know, like aliens come and you want to engage in like some sort of a peace agreement, right? So they should do it. This they won't get, But this seems too aggressive. This seems like we're a bunch of nerds. So this seems average. Cool. Am I high? Yeah, today we're checking out tweets from Google because I don't know how to use Twitter. Somebody teach me. If I seem like I'm dead or in the process of dying, it's probably because I am. Because Colombo is so hot and all you can do is sleep. How anyone gets anything done here, I have no idea. When I eat food, I eat them in order of least liked to most liked, obviously. So the last thing I eat can taste the best. Lol. Yeah, of course. Everybody should do that. If you don't do that, there's something wrong with you. You get rid of the stuff you don't want to eat, then you enjoy the final, stuff on your plate. It's common sense. I used to think coffee was a grown-up drink, then I thought alcohol was a grown-up drink. Now I have finally achieved full enlightenment to understand that it is water that is the grown-up drink. Kind of true, because water doesn't kill you. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Alcohol can kill you. Caffeine just gets you way too hyped up. But keeps you alive for the most part until you're dead. But water keeps you alive. I hate odd numbers, the volume on TV, radio, etc. It has to be even. Is this like an OCD thing? I'm not sure, but it feels like an OCD thing. I have this too. Like stopping at 49 is weird. It seems off. But 50 or 48, totally fine. Like imagine having the volume on the TV like at 41. Are you really comfortable watching TV with that number? Me looking at $900,000 houses and $76 in my bank account. Interesting design choice, but okay. I can relate to this. Architectural Digest. Hell yeah. I watched Batman's house. I think that was what it was. Or like a bat cave where you can park your car, I think, something like that. But yeah, exactly what I said. Interesting design choice, but okay. I would have, touched up the wallpaper or something a little bit, but for the most part, yeah, it's okay. My kid clipped his toenails. He walked away to throw out clippings and said with his back to me, "These should complete my collection nicely." So he collects toenail clippings. And I burst into laughter, but he didn't. He kept walking. So now I sleep with a butcher knife under my pillow. If a kid collects his toenail clippings, you don't know what he's capable of. For all the introverts out there, me, I will not be awkward today. Person, hey, me, good thanks. Sometimes you get flustered and you don't know what to say, so you just end up saying something completely. If no one comes from the future to stop you from doing it, then how bad of a decision can it really be? Good point. I mean, if it was really bad, somebody should be there to stop you. If it's a future you, then you know it's bad. Then you know you're about to do something that's gonna destroy the world. Do you ever pull out your phone to check the time, but you have to do it again because you forgot to look at the clock? Or am I just stupid? I guess I'm just stupid because, yeah. You're like, okay, so I should check the time. You get that phone, you do everything else, and you put the phone back in your pocket. I accidentally dripped some mustard on my newborn daughter's forehead, and long story short, a nurse just walked in and saw me lick the baby. The first impression of you being a father, and I always lick my lips when I see a child looking at me on the highway because they need to realize that there are bad people in this world. So you're traumatizing kids on purpose to make them realize that there's bad people like you in this world. Why would you do that? I skip test questions like I'm going to be a different person when I come back to them. So true. They're always like, if you spend like more than 2 minutes on it, just skip it and go ahead and you'll get it when you come back next time. But every time you're like, yeah, I'm stuck at the same place that I was when I first got this question. And now it's the second time and I feel like I should be getting it more now, but nothing really changed. Gets down on one knee. Oh my god. Puts second knee down. What? Lays on full. Gym? Snake noises? What are you doing? Slithers? What am I reading? Serious question. When someone's telling you a sad story and crying, how long should I wait before I take a bite of my corn dog? Just imagine someone just like crying their eyes out in front of you and you're just like, is this gonna take long because I really need to take a bite of my corn dog. I do personal bets with myself, like I'm about to throw away something in the trash. I say, okay, if I make this, me and my girlfriend will get married one day. Cool. Definitely it sounds like a decision you want to leave up to you making a shot. If you do actually get married one day, you will have that trash can shot to thank. Cool. I'm not suicidal or anything, but in various situations, I feel the urge to do crazy things. For example, I'll be driving my car and suddenly start thinking, what if I just crash it? Or I'll be walking and suddenly think of throwing myself in front of another car. Weird that I found this tweet. I don't think I'm suicidal either, but on the occasion that I go on a hike and I'm just really far, really high up, and just looking down, I'm like, what would really happen if I just jumped? Would it be cool to feel like I'm flying for a second or two before something happens? I'm not saying I'm suicidal, but I don't know, this is kind of true. So I felt that, I was just driving and I was like, you know what, it would be really cool to just like crash it and cause a scene. But then then you're like, oh, there's so much paperwork and this, you have to deal with people, insurance, stuff like that. That's what convinces me not to do it. Is that good or bad? And will that lead me to crash into somebody or something someday? I don't know. Okay, this might be the most relatable tweet. I be struggling so hard. When you saw that same question on the study guide 5 minutes before the exam and you're trying to see the bullet points in your head. Oh, so true, so true. The worst is when you have these like mock papers, right? You sit for the actual exam and you see the same question, the same exact question, and you try to remember the answer, but it's like right there, but you just can't you can't remember it quite. And then you can't actually make yourself answer the question or do the maths and get the answer either, because you're still I knew that loophole. If I could just figure that out. If you close your eyes while holding a warm pancake, it's almost like holding hands with a real human. I should try that. Doing that with the soundtrack. I am so lonely. I have nobody except this pancake to call my own. And then somebody comes and eats your pancake and you're like, oh, I am so lonely. I don't have my pancake anymore either. I don't know, it's really late. It's really late. I had no idea sitcoms were taped in front of live studio audiences. So when I used to watch shows and heard people laughing, I thought it was the rest of the whole world at home watching and laughing into their TVs. So I used to laugh extra hard right into the speakers. See, I want the rest of the world to hear me laugh. When I sleep, I have to have my fan turned on while keeping my covers over me. Otherwise, I'll be too cold without the covers or too hot without the fan. People find this weird. No. The covers are just there, it's part of the bed experience. You have to have them there. If you don't, it's like you're not even sleeping. Come on. The fan has to be there too. That's kind of part of the bed experience as well. So it's finding the right balance between fan and cover. That's gonna be it for checking out tweets from Google. Somebody teach me how to use Twitter, somehow. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.